Welcome to Springboro 45066, part one of our July-August edition. In our summer edition, we talk to the new owners of Magnolias on Main Street, Shelly Miles and Steve Kramer of the Hampton House Boutique. We'll get a summer concert in the park preview, and Vicki and Lisa at the Springboro Library talk about summer programming. We'll visit the new playground at Miracle Field, and the Springboro schools will salute our Junior ROTC students. Our Meet Your Neighbor segment talked to City Council Member Ward 1, Janie Ridd, and it's all happening right now on Springboro 45066, Part 1. Welcome to the July-August 2017 edition of 45066. My co-host Carrie and I are looking for the July and August weather. Unfortunately, we're inside now. We got rained out, so I guess we could take the glasses off.
Absolutely.
We'll keep the hats on.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
Anyway, we got a good show coming up for you. We're looking forward to it. Carrie?
Absolutely. Yeah.
But we want you to all enjoy your summer months, because you know what happens when we get to September. Everybody's back in school, and traffic, and all kinds of good stuff. But let's enjoy this moment. So anyway, where are we going first?
We are going to Magnolias / Hampton House / Married on Main. They have combined all of the gorgeous stores into one location on Main Street. Let's go talk to Shelly Miles, the owner. We are at 245 South Main Street, the home of Magnolias on Main, now also Hampton House Boutique and Married on Main. And I'm joined by the co-owners of Magnolias on Main, Married on Main, and Hampton House, Shelly Miles and Steve Kramer. Guys, thank you.
Thank you.
And congratulations, first of all, on being the new owners of Magnolias on Main. That's wonderful. We're so excited for you.
Us too.
Well, and congratulations on the continued success of Hampton House Boutique. And now you've merged locations. You've moved Hampton House from 140 South Main to the Magnolias building. You've also added Married on Main.
Yes, we have.
So tell me a little bit. I've heard a lot of buzz. I've seen it on Facebook. I've heard some local brides buzzing. What is Married on Main?
Married on Main is a business that we do, that we design personal signs for them for their weddings, and we do all their fresh flowers.
Wow. Okay, so floral and signage.
And we do them both.
That's exciting. And you were recently featured in a magazine for this.
We have the Knot magazine has one of our signs we did. So.
Wow. What an honor.
I know. It's very exciting for us.
Very cool. So walking into this building today, I've noticed quite a few aesthetic changes. Tell me a little bit about what you and Steve have done to the location. It's gorgeous.
Thank you. We're excited. This building is almost 200 years old. So when we bought it from Peggy Johnson and Barry Johnson, we started poking around and found how gorgeous the building was, and we decided to start exposing some of the old walls. So the brick wall that was hid behind a lot of mortar is now exposed, and it's just beautiful. The building itself is gorgeous.
For sure, for sure. And there's so much history.
There's so much
Being
history
the
here.
historic business district, of course.
It is a great place to be, and honestly, when I walk in here in the morning, I love this building.
Yeah, so do I. I love the whole historic business district. It's gorgeous down here. Gorgeous.
It is.
So tell me about some of the new things that Magnolias on Main and Hampton House have to offer, because I've walked around and I've seen a lot of new stuff.
Well, we've brought in some new lines. Of course, we're carrying all the old lines that Peggy had before.
Okay.
They are very successful, and she had a wonderful business.
Sure.
So it's just been really fun to grow what she had, what she has done, and add some new fun things. And same thing with Hampton House, where we've brought in a couple new lines that we're using to decorate homes with now, and just everything that we have wanted to do is coming together.
That's so exciting. So exciting. Steve, tell me, what are you looking forward to most here?
Retiring.
I thought that happened a while ago.
No, we got the building by the tail, so there's a lot of work on the outside yet, and still a lot of work on the inside,
But it's beautiful.
But we're getting there.
It's absolutely gorgeous. So in addition to all of the lovely things you have in your store, I know you also have a wonderful staff.
We do.
Shall we go chat with them?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I just wanted to take the time to introduce you to some of our smiling faces at our store and our staff. This is Kimberly Armstrong and Hannah Klein. She's my daughter. So Kimberly, tell me a little bit why you enjoy working here in Springboro at our boutique.
I enjoy working here in Springboro because I was raised here, I still live here, and it's wonderful to see a community come together and support small business and have fun while doing it. It's an awesome experience, and I love to see the little town grow.
We'd love to see your smiling face here in our store in Springboro and Lebanon. Come check us out.
Thanks, Shelly. We wish you the best of luck with your trio of businesses, Magnolias, Hampton House, and Married on Main. Best wishes.
Love the historic district. It's so neat when we're doing good things down there.
Me too. It's growing and it is gorgeous.
Well, July, August, you know, we obviously got a concert in the park on June 30th, just passing us by. But for July and August is a great month, but July is basically because of all of our concerts in the park.
I know, the big Springboro
And Joe, you have those to put up on the screen, and Carrie's going to read them out for us. So, 1st of July, take off.
All right. On June 30th, we welcomed the Sly Band to North Park. Friday, July 7th, we have Phil Dirt and the Dozers. Tuesday, July 11th, we have This Pine Box. Friday, July 14th, Midnight Special. Tuesday, July 18th, Sapphire Express. Friday, July 21st, The Rusty Griswolds. Tuesday, July 25th, All Jacked Up. And Friday, July 28th, we have Resurrection, the Journey Tribute Band.
We had 2,000 people there last year for Journey. Wow. That was a great turnout.
That is going to be a rockin' good time.
It is. So, you know, bring your chairs, come out, enjoy. It's free to the public. All of our concerts in the park are free. They're on Fridays. We have beer and wine. There's
and
popcorn
food
for
trucks.
the kids and food trucks. The vendors are out there. It's just a great time to hear some good music and see all your community people as well.
Such a great venue. We're lucky to have North Park.
We are. We budget money for that reason. It's just a great thing for the community. Anyway, where are we going next?
I think we're headed over to the library. Let's see what they've got going on for the end of summer and the beginning of the new school year.
Thank you. I'd like to tell the boys and girls about an exciting type of book that we have at the library. It's called a seedling. Seedlings are small books that younger boys and girls who are learning to read would enjoy. We have some very interesting characters in the seedlings. Some of those characters are the Berenstain Bears, some of the superheroes, Pinkalicious, as well as My Little Pony, and many, many more. We also have books that you might encounter as you learn to read at school. These are things that we want boys and girls to share with us. They're inside the door of the library to the right as you come in. We have hundreds of them, and boys and girls are taking advantage of them every day. And now Miss Vicki has some information to give us about young adults and adult programs at the library.
Adults have a lot to choose from this fall. Have you ever wanted to learn the art of calligraphy? If so, register at the Springboro Library for Calligraphy 2 with Ann Bain on September 16th from 1 to 3 p.m. Some previous calligraphy experience is required. Take time to unwind this fall with Renee Weber from One Peaceful Place as she guides you through breathing techniques on September 19th from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. That's it for now. Back to you.
All right, thanks, ladies. Where are we going next, Mayor?
Well, you know, the Miracle Field just had their new edition. But I had the fortune of cutting the ribbon, but the bittersweet part of it was as soon as we cut the ribbon, one of the little special needs child wanted to have a picture with the mayor. So we did a picture, and I won't mention her name, but she passed away a couple days later.
Oh.
So that was really, I got her on my phone, you know. And, but that was, you know, but it just was just a tremendous thing to have something like that in our great community. So I want to thank all the folks who work on the Miracle Field, but especially want to thank all those parents for all those special, wonderful children that enjoy us, we enjoy in our community.
Let's take a look at the new playground. All right, thanks. We are here at the shelter at the beautiful new Miracle Field Inclusive Playground located at the front of the entrance to the junior high campus. Now, this is a really special playground that's adjacent to Miracle Field because it's all inclusive. It caters to all children and all of their special needs. It opened earlier this summer. It's equipped with sensory stations, wheelchair access, seesaws, swings, all designed with children with different needs in mind. Open daily, it closes at dark, and it was constructed in conjunction with the Miracle League with the idea that everyone deserves to play. So we'd like to show you a little bit about the playground. We'd like to talk about it, and then we'd like to talk with Tina and Mr. Luke Mason, who were here enjoying the playground today. Tina and Luke live in Springboro, and Luke is getting ready to enter what grade?
kindergarten.
You're about to start kindergarten at Clear Creek Elementary, correct?
Yes.
Wonderful. Now, Tina, tell me a little bit about the playground. What do you like about this?
Well, the surface is soft, so it's safe. There's a lot of room to run, which he likes to do. It's new.
It is, and it's different.
It is different, but it's fun.
Awesome. Luke, what's your favorite part about this?
That.
The big spaceship weather station looking thing, correct? I think that's what you called it earlier.
No, I called it a weather channel.
Oh, a weather channel. Excuse me, he called it the weather channel. So he likes the weather channel the best.
And you know what?
And what?
I wish my cousin was here named Blake so I could chase him.
I bet Blake would really enjoy this.
Yeah.
You'll have to invite him over sometime to enjoy this beautiful new playground.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go check it out. Let's go play.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, Carrie, we left Miracle Field and we're to school, so we're going to ROTC.
Yes, absolutely. The ROTC has had a wonderful 2016-2017, and they're gearing up for another, hopefully successful season. Let's go out and talk to Sergeant Michael Thiergart about what's coming up. Thank you. We are at Springboro High School today, and we are so proud to be joined by the Junior ROTC cadets and, of course, Sergeant Thiergart. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having. It's great. We're looking forward to this.
Well, thank you. Now, I'm not sure if the community is aware, but our young men and women of the Junior ROTC program came home as national champs this year for the drill team competition. We're here to talk a little bit about that, but also a little bit about the program. So can you give us a little bit of background into our Junior ROTC program? Tell us a little bit about what the cadets do and you know, how it affects their high school experience.
Well, I guess you could say it's kind of hard to talk about Junior ROTC in the high school sense, because most people will only take away from high school that history, science, and they don't really know that there's programs like this out here. And one of the things that we like to do here in Junior ROTC is we use military training techniques to build life skills.
Sure.
It's not about give me push-ups or we're going to do this. We don't do that. We do physical fitness on Fridays, but it's about life skills, helping them prepare for that next chapter in their life, either be going on to college or getting a job.
Sure.
And most of our kids, you'll find, don't even go in the military.
Oh, okay.
No, that this program is designed for every student in the school. And as you'll see the students that we talk to or you'll be talking to, they're very well represented. So Junior ROTC is not a recruiting program.
Okay.
And we're here to help them bridge the gap to the next chapter in their lives. And it's all based on life skills.
So this is a program that's available to any young man or woman, freshman through senior year of high school?
We'll take every single student we can get. We got 150 for next year. Community service is a huge part of this program. We did over 4,000 hours of community service.
Oh my goodness.
We do social events, which in this part of the program and in high school, it's very important these kids learn the social skills.
Sure, of course.
They bowl, they skate, pool parties. So everything that we do, a lot of the kids, oh, this is all fun. They don't realize sometimes that there's some educational value to it too.
Of course, of course.
Then we have our military balls.
Of course,
which is the ROTC prom. Then we do our dining out. And that's when all the families get in, everybody gets dressed up, and we go have a nice fancy dinner.
Very nice.
But, so everything we do is we have the support of the administration.
Now, you were telling me that there is quite a little bit of a rivalry with Lebanon, with their ROTC drill team. And I guess that Lebanon has, been a leader in the drill program for many years.
For many years.
And you guys knocked them off to win state this year.
Well, that was the goal for the last couple of years.
Okay.
To build the program up to where we can actually compete with the schools around here.
Sure.
Lebanon being the number one.
Okay.
And yes, we did take the number one spot. It's not something, it's just like any other sporting event here in the high school. it's not something they're going to relinquish.
Sure,
You know,
of course.
You know, we
They're gonna
took it
fight
from,
for it.
They're going to fight for it. They're going to keep. They're going to want it back, and they've already said that. So,
Sure.
But it's our job to keep it here and keep it blue. When we start talking about drill, and I think we talked about this earlier, these kids work from August to May.
And they start at 6 a.m. on school days.
Yeah, 6 a.m. every morning. They practice for an hour and 15 minutes.
That's dedication.
Monday through Friday, and then we have weekends, nights to prep them for everything we do. It's something they start in August. Wow. And then they go all the way through, and then when they go down all the way to Daytona, they leave on a Wednesday and they drive 14, 15, 16 hours. Then they get there and then they practice. They compete on Friday. When they won, it was unbelievable.
You had to be so proud.
Oh,
you had to be like a proud Papa Bear.
I was crying. I was doing
Sure.
everything. You know, I'll tell everybody that. I was crying. These kids, cadets, they worked so hard for this. And then when you talk to them and they tell you that it's surreal, it was. I mean, it took a while. I just couldn't believe they actually won a national championship.
What an awesome, awesome experience. Well, thank you so much for sharing the story today. And shall we go chat with some of the cadets?
Please.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, my name is Brittany Massey. I will be the 2017 AFJROTC Group Commander for Springboro, Ohio. I joined the program freshman year, all 4 years, and I joined it actually on a dare with my dad. He said that there's no way I would be able to do it. It was military stuff, and I'm a total wuss. And he said that it would be something I would hate, and I wanted to prove him wrong. So I joined the program. Freshman year, I had absolutely no social skills, and I think the Corps really taught me that I can have confidence in myself, and I can portray that confidence and help other people. Learned a lot about teamwork and team building, and through that, I've risen to this position, and I really want to use it to help other people who are in a position like me really find themselves and find a place in this program. This really gives my high school career meaning. It's given me friends, a family. It's given me something to build off of for my future, and I really love this program, and I think it's something that everybody should be aware of. In the future, I hope to get an ROTC scholarship, hopefully a Bowling Green, and I would either like to do intelligence in the Air Force or work in psychology with PTSD victims. So,
our team is ranked #1 in the unarmed division. We plan to go down to nationals in Daytona, Florida this year again to win in both unarmed and armed division. We are up at 6 a.m. every morning practicing hard. We're going to start some summer practices pretty soon, spinning rifles every day, building up that strength, get everyone lifting hopefully. This program, to me, it's meant a lot because it gave me a lot of the leadership skills that I didn't know I had. I'm going to be a senior this year, and after I graduate, I hope to go active duty into the Air Force. I want to do combat control. It's a big challenge, but I think I can take it on. And I can't wait for what this season's going to bring, and it's a great year.
ROTC's done a lot for me. If you met me my 8th grade year and pretty much any time before that, I was just a really awkward kid. I'd rather sit alone than talk to other people and really like to socialize too much. And as soon as I joined this, I joined the drill team, just, won't do any other sports. Let's try it out. It's really helped me learn a lot of leadership skills that were kind of in me that I never saw before. Now if you put me in front of any group, people I don't know, people I do know, peer leadership is really hard, and I would say that I've gotten really good with that. There's a camp that we go to, Ohio Valley Leadership School. We got back from that a couple weeks ago. It's very good on peer leadership. One of the hardest things that this program will teach you is when you're put in a group setting with people your own age and people who you're supposed to be really good friends with, it's hard to learn a switch to turn off, when to lead them, when to be the one in charge, and when to step up, and also when the time has come to just be friends again and be friends the whole time. And it's very hard to do that in this program. It's very good about teaching that. Our drill team is top in the state, one of the top in the country. We're probably top 20. That includes Texas, Georgia, all the states. This whole program is really good about teaching everyday people that rather sit alone to get up and do stuff.
Hi, I'm Cadet Kinley Smith, and I'm a junior in the program. And when I originally joined, I had just joined to get my PT credit for my education that we had required here. And I was only planning on doing ROTC my first and third year. And recently, I have decided that I'm going to be doing all 4 years of my high school career in ROTC. And I think that's because of the family that I have created here. I've met people that I don't think I would normally talk to outside of this class, but they have become some of my closest and most dearest friends. ROTC has also taught me communication skills. Before I had joined, I was kind of an awkward, shy, nerdy little girl who didn't really speak much, but it has definitely improved my eloquence being in this program. After I graduate high school, I hope to attend MIT and pursue my master's in nuclear engineering and hopefully work for NASA in the future. And I think ROTC has definitely helped me with my skills in both my writing, in my public speaking, definitely stuff that is going to follow me throughout my life. And I'm really grateful for this program.
My name is Sadie Schindler. I am finishing my first year of JROTC, and I love it so much. I'm so glad that I joined the program. I originally joined the program because I have a bunch of friends that were in the program, and they all kept pushing me to join, so I eventually just signed up, knowing that I could drop the class if I wanted to. But after even my first week, I knew I was going to stay in it for like the entire 4 years. It was great. I love it so much. And during the beginning of the year, the drill team started recruiting the first-year cadets. And I decided that I'd go ahead and go into it because I wanted to be as involved in the program as I could and try to push myself as much as I could. And when I joined the drill team, I knew that it was definitely where I wanted to be. Over the summer, we also go to this camp that's Ohio Valley Leadership School, and I went to the camp and I definitely pushed myself as hard as I could. I learned so much there and learned a lot about leadership and being with my peers. All in all, the entire program has been an amazing experience, and I know I'm going to keep with it for all of my 4 years.
I'm Caleb Priddy. I am entering my sophomore year in the Junior ROTC program. I love this program. It is truly an amazing experience. I entered at first to gain the skills and the knowledge to become in the Air Force. I am very pro-military. I have always wanted to be in the Air Force. I've always wanted to do something with the military, and I recently found out that the Air Force is definitely my path. So I did choose this program, and I have never regretted it. It has been probably one of the best decisions I have made, and it has helped me in my high school career. This program gives you several opportunities, especially leadership opportunities, which is one of the reasons I also joined, because I want to gain the skills to become a future leader in the United States Air Force. And one of the major opportunities that they give you is OVLS, Ohio Valley Leadership School. It is a major, huge help to become a leader. I have recently just attended OVLS, and it was awesome. It was super fun, and I have never pushed myself so hard to want to do so well in something before. I just loved it. It was a truly amazing experience, and now I get to come back to the year and have that knowledge and the skill set to hopefully become a future leader in Air Force Junior ROTC.
It's drum roll time. Here we go. Meet your neighbor. We have one of the remaining council members that's never been on the show before is going to join us, Janie Ridd. She is with us here. Let's go see that interview. We are still at the Chamber building, but this time it's part one. We have council member Ward 1, Janie Ridd, with us. Janie, welcome to the show. Glad to have you on.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, well, before we get into, some of your activities on council, and being my colleague, we were colleagues with one another and have a lot of fun and do a lot of good things for the city, but why don't you tell us a little bit about your personal life? Let's share that with the audience.
I hope they would love to know that. I've actually been in the community since 1978. John and I moved here in '78. At the time, we were New Springboro, and now I guess we're probably Old Springboro by now. I never thought that would happen, but what a great place to live, raise a family. We had 2 children, born and raised here, both graduated from Springboro High School, one in '98, one in 2001, back when the classes were around 200. So what a difference there as well. So I got involved early on, got on Planning Commission. As you know, I was on Planning Commission for 30 years, and I was active in the schools, PTO, band boosters, every activity. So yeah, it's been great. It's the most wonderful community. I just absolutely love it here, and I always have.
Well,
and that's why I went on and decided that I would like to get involved on council, hopefully to be able to leave it that way for those that come after us.
Well, you paid your dues, that's for sure. Planning Commission has its peaks and valleys, so to speak, but you're shaping the community. It's the heavy-hitting community and heavy-hitting committee in the community, and you've done an enormously wonderful job on that. But you mentioned your husband, John.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I met John was when he was with the Grease and Beers.
Yeah.
The old Grease and Beers.
The old Grease and
Yeah,
Beers.
I remember.
Back from the 80s,
Yeah,
the
I
early
played softball
80s.
with him too, with Bill Herman and a few other guys. We had a good time.
Back from the early 80s, the Grease and Beers, and they did local shows around here. They were more locally known. Shows, weddings, but anyway.
Well, you know, you have shared roles on planning, and now you're sharing other committee assignments. But, you know, as a council member now, what do you see as the vision and some of the challenges that we face in the city?
Well, the challenges, of course, are always financial, which in our case, we're so lucky. And if that's one thing I've learned from my role on council and my participation in the activities that involve other area communities, whether it be Warren County Municipal League, the MVCC, the one thing that I've taken away from that is how lucky we are with our staff and our financial status, the fact that we are so sound financially. A lot of communities don't have that, and so they're worried about paving this pothole, that street, whereas we at least are able to provide the level of services that our residents really, really want, which allows us then to do some of the extra things that we want to do, whether it become more bike friendly, the crosswalks on the streets, the concerts in the park, you know, that kind of thing that is just kind of icing on the cake.
Yep. It's exciting, and you know, as we grow, obviously you never want to lose that. Yeah, I don't want to say hometown feel, but you don't want to lose that authorship, that ownership, that pride that you know goes along with all that.
And that's the challenge.
That's the challenge.
But I think by keeping people involved, I mean, we have a lot of citizen committees where we have that, community events, and I think the other really exciting thing will be the town center when it comes, and where we have a meeting area and activities for, you know, I think it'll promote that even more.
Yeah. Those who may have just got here, those who've been here for a while, they experience what we're talking about. But the ones who just got here and want to raise their family and participate in the schools and volunteer on committees, stuff like that, what would you say to them?
I would say, I think it's difficult. I think you have to be here for a while. I think it's difficult to realize how lucky we are to have the kind of community that we have. And you may not realize that unless you go somewhere else. I was born and raised in Indianapolis, and what a difference. I mean, even though it's a much different city now than when I was there, but what a difference. This is more like a small town feel, but with all the amenities that you would have in a much larger area. But just how lucky we are to have the staff that we have, the leadership that we have, all of the business communities that we have, and the schools, the way it all works together. It's really a great community.
People in Washington can learn from us, couldn't they?
Oh my goodness, yeah, to say the least.
Yeah. Well, I do thank you very much for being on the show, and I do, and I also thank you for all the good things we're going to do for Springboro in the years to come.
Thanks for the opportunity. And I forgot to mention the memorial, the Veterans Memorial, which is really an exciting thing for me as well.
I am really tuned into that. We all are. That's another great thing for Springboro.
Yes, we have a lot of exciting things coming up.
All right. Ward 1 Council Member Janie Ridd, thanks again for being on the show, dear.
Thank you.
Well, Carrie, another show winding down.
We did it.
Part 1. Stay tuned for Part 2. Just a reminder to everybody, we do this, as we have said so many times before, we do this for you. We do this for the community. Anything you see that can make the show better, please let us know, because we are open to any suggestions. That being said, hopefully you will come out and see concerts in the park in July, as many of those you want to see. Like I said before, they're all free to the public. We want to see you. when we can see you. So until the next show, Carrie and I are bidding farewell to you. Take care.
Off to part 2.